Holy crap. There's my microphone. Okay. I forgot to bring my microphone back. Sometimes I do like super crazy funny things when I go live here. How's everyone doing? Oh, wait a second for the chat to catch up. If you guys don't know to follow me over on Twitter, it sends out notifications every time I upload a video and every time I go live. If you guys do actually want to show up first thing when I do go live like this, yeah, I think this is one of those weird days. Do you hear about a NIFTA riot? I did not hear about a NIFTA riot. Hello, Luis. What's the NIFTA riot? Is it like a... Is that another crazy thing? Hello, Kira's Amazing Gaming. Which one is the, what's the thing today? Every day there's something going on in, like, Star Wars and the social justice warrior thing and all this other horse shit that we have to deal with on a daily basis. Like, just every goddamn day. Let me see. Ryan Johnson, Man Baby. I'm looking at my tags here. Insanity, Opinion, Blog, Star Trek Discovery, Funny. I guess we'll do SJWs. Nonsense. It is nonsense. It is absolute noise and garbage and nonsense on a daily basis that we see that. Antifa was a riot in Portland. I didn't hear about that one. Portland to me is like Boulder's asshole cousin, you know? Portland. Waiting for Beyblade. I don't even know anything about Beyblade. Are they like fidget spinners? They look like fidget spinners. I don't know anything about that. I am so not like a kid's gamer, so. I don't know anything about them. Remember, I'm like 40, so I don't know. At least, not yet, but I'm getting there. I don't know anything about that shit. Oh, so. Just wanted to do a quick stream today, right? E3 was shit this year, except a couple of games. They kept fucking losing Kingdom Hearts 3 audio. Well, I don't know if they lost the audio. I think they might not have, I think they might not have, like, finished the game enough to give them the audio. That might be it. I don't know, though. God, if I turn on my fan, the air conditioner's been off for, like, all weekend. It went out. It's gonna get replaced today, the motor, but if I turn on the fan, would this be annoying? Will it pick up too bad? I'm not seeing it pick up on my microphone. I think it's okay if I leave my fan on. But yeah, oh. But other than that, it's soft launched in Canada. Other than that, no info. Yeah, I don't know anything about mobile games. Hello everyone, wherever you are. Hello Monkey Zor. How's it going? Hopefully you'll be joining us tonight on the Dick Doomcock Power Hour. I don't hear it. Awesome. You guys don't hear the fan. Good. So I can kind of leave this going. I was getting super sweaty making my video today because the air conditioner's out, and I get passionate when I rant about stuff. So Blade versus fidget phones. Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff. In Ohio, the armpit of America. There's lots of, I mean, I guess Florida would be the penis of America, and I grew up in Colorado, so where everybody's high, but yeah. So I was thinking today a lot of, like, what type of things we can do to kind of combat the SJW nonsense that's going on, especially on Twitter, especially on the internet, and dealing with these people in real life, but especially on something like Twitter. And my thoughts are, as long as we kind of state the facts, you know, anytime they just spew out their nonsense bullshit of, oh, you're a man baby, basement dweller, blah, 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 blah. If we say, actually, no, I'm not, you're misinformed, you're reciting this programmed hateful speech towards us, that, you know, you're not going to get through to the main one, but you might get through to somebody that follows them. And you might get through to that, and somebody might wake up and read the thread on Twitter and say, you know what, this person I'm following is kind of an asshole. I should probably unfollow them and listen to what actual fans are saying. I grew up in Colorado. Me too. Me too. Oh, your little Beyblades are awesome. I don't know anything about them. Hello, 5-Star Gaming. Yeah, I don't know anything about them. I don't know that much about gaming, I think. That's why I'm talking about stuff I know more of. I know more about, like, social patterns. I know more about humanity. I know more about fandoms. I know more about the psychology behind why we do the things we do, why we have the mentality we have. I observe patterns, I observe human behaviors, I observe all this stuff, so. SJWs make no sense. They get their info from Tumblr and BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed. Ugh. There was a BuzzFeed Canada thing that's just an outright racist, fucking hateful cunt of a woman that I saw. She specifically stated she would not hire white men. We need diversity. You know, in fucking Canada. In Canada. Canada has more white people than America. She's like, she says racist whatever the hell race she is against, she's racist against white people, and that's all that matters. I don't want to be negatively attacking her because of her beliefs, or because of her skin color. I'm going to insult her based on the shit she says. But she basically flat out said, we don't need any white people on this magazine. We need more people of color. We need more this or that. It's like, fuck you. Maybe hire the person that's right for the job, you bitch. What the hell's up with your ass that you hate white people and you hate men all of a sudden? I get so tired of that. Oh, thank you so much, Green Lantern. Yeah, happy 4th of July, by the way. Yeah, mansplaining. Oh, you know the anatomy of horses' testicles. And but do you squeeze them in the right way when you're pleasuring the horse? That's the thing. Sometimes I don't know what I'm saying. Sometimes my mind goes. Sometimes I rant. Sometimes I wonder. So what she and the other SJWs are saying are all white men are exactly the same. They want diversity yet generalized. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's also... It's gonna be July 4th or tomorrow. but that's a good point though. They want to preach diversity except for the white male. And that's not diversity though. Like, I have nothing against having, you know, like, not bothering with the color of somebody's skin. I have nothing against not bothering with, you know, their gender or anything. Like, I've said it many times, the only time I need to know your gender is if I'm in bed with you and I need to know to lick or suck, right? I don't need to know your gender. If you are the right person for the job, I don't care if you have a nostril in the center of your forehead and 4 eyeballs and, you know, hair all over your body. If you're the right person for a job, that's all that's really important in this day and age. You know? Oh, and so when I see all this crazy shit, I mean, it's coming from a place where they're being taught these things in college. They're being taught just the spirit of diversity, but they are also taking it to the next level. They have like if anybody remembers a lot of the old kind of Universal monsters, the angry pitchfork mob mentality where somebody says something and then it kind of progresses and it builds into this, oh, all white men are terrible and need to be destroyed shit. And I don't know where they're getting that. I mean, I know how mentality works. I know how people work. It's the same thing like you're playing a game of telephone. One person says something and the other person hears it slightly differently and it goes on a chain reaction, and that's how we kind of get to this nonsense. And it is so important to kind of step outside of that and critically think about something and say, you know, we don't need to, that you're actually quite wrong about this. I'm going to disagree with you strongly because what you're saying is racist or sexist, so. I have a giant reel drilled into the ground pool. I'm having a party on the 4th. Awesome. That sounds fun. I wish we had a pool here. They did open up like a community one, but I'd have to buy a bathing suit and... there's a really cool one. I saw somebody on Twitter had, it's a Star Trek the original series bathing suit. Like, I'd wear that for sure. Well, it's New Century. Gender for some in the bedroom doesn't even mean anything there. Well, and that's true. That is true. I mean, you have... We have this kind of culture nowadays where you've got people running around with... I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that one. Get the R2-D2 bikini. I probably wouldn't get an R2 one. I'd probably go Star Trek. I'm more of a Trekker than a Star Wars fan. I mean, I definitely have some roots in both. When I was a little kid, I definitely have roots in both. But it is so hot. I usually don't wear something like this on a stream, but it is pretty warm today. Yes, live long and prosper. I'm much more of a Trekker than a Star Wars fan. We're all terrible plotting world domination after breakfast. For me, I don't bother conducting racial discrimination and world domination until after lunch. Well, yeah, I mean, and you need a good nap in the middle of the day, and you need to make sure all your shit's in order. So, absolutely. Did they make a Troy bodysuit bikini? I haven't seen one. I haven't seen one. Where is the? You know, I was gonna pull this up. Oh yeah, save my changes. So we got everything tagged correctly, then I can close it out. I was gonna pull up the next generation bathing suits. I don't know if I could squeeze into one. I'm not skinny. I'm not skinny at all. I miss the 90s. I miss the 80s. I miss the 80s and 90s. The 90s were kind of cool. Hello, Coma Gamer. I do remember you. Alright, oh, they do make them in fat girl sizes. Nice. Images for Star Trek bathing suits. Hey, they make them in Star Trek fan sizes. Nice. Let me see. Display. There we go. They do make them. They do make them in closer to my size. That's good. I don't know if I'd wear yellow. Which kind of It's okay, some guys like thick girls. It's because I'm old and I just don't care. I just rather not starve myself to be skinny, you know. Are you okay? Will you tell us you're okay? Tasha Yar bikini is killer. Yeah. Oh, I kind of like these too. Oh man, I like the science one. See, I wouldn't mind having the midriff part. But I would want them a little lower cut, because I hate anything that cuts off my neck too much. I want it a little lower cut. With a red one and matching my hair. Well, the problem with red is actually really, like on her it looks good, because she has darker skin. Which is totally racist for me to compliment somebody based on their skin tone. But whatever. But like this darker red I like quite a bit. I think I like blue because it's science. I think I like the blue because it's more the science-y. I don't know. Oh, and then of course you could have the Captain Kirk one. That's a good one too. I kind of like the little dress ones though, because that'll cover your hips and stuff if you're a little wider. I might need to buy one of these. How much are they? Visit. They're on ThinkGeek. $30. You know, for $30, that's not so bad, right? I could wear that. I can't afford it, but I could wear something like that. That's not terrible. Be Patrick Stewart's. I can't pronounce that word. How am I pronouncing that word? No, I don't want cookies on my sites. I don't think the yellow looks very good on her. I think she's a little too pale for the yellow. I don't know. It might look okay. I think I would look horrible in that yellow. Maybe if I had my darker hair still. I don't know if I like the yellow on her. I kind of like the red. I kind of like the way this one looks. This kind of looks like a sports bra on top. That would be okay. I'm a real woman. I'm not a real woman per se. I'm not a I don't look like an adolescent boy, I think. And that's one of the things. I like these. I can't afford these. Oh, this is only $10? Oh, that's for the top. So small through 4X. See, I'm gonna have to get one of these. Damn it, I'm really gonna have to get one of these now. They're not too bad. They're on sale. Why are they on sale so cheap? Probably because they don't have all the sizes. Alright, we're gonna have to get one of these. These are nice. I like these a lot. I don't need the bathing suit cover-up ones. Here I am shopping. There's another thing I really want to buy, but I don't want to tell you guys because I don't want anyone to buy it instead of me. But I think if I could probably talk the people down that are selling it a little bit, then I could afford it. Because I did recently sell some things on eBay, so I have like a tiny bit of spending money for something. But it's sad you can't afford $30. I know. It's getting there. Metal bikini suit and green hair like the game stars of Triskelion. You know? I like the if they had like the Orion ones. I'm not seeing the Orion bathings, like a Orion outfit. I like what they were wearing. When I play Star Trek Adversaries, I play as Vina, so if that says anything about me. Here's where the chat goes downhill and I just shop for bathing suits for like a half an hour that I can't afford. No, it's fine. So no! What are we talking about? I guess one of the other things I was gonna talk about today is I don't know what I'm gonna sing tonight. I was gonna sing something tonight on the Doomcock Power Hour karaoke night, but who would win in the fight? Me and my friend always have this argument: Flash versus the Hulk. Flash versus the Hulk. Well, the Hulk is big and slow, and he's very, very strong. Flash is very quick and kind of scrappy, I guess. Oh, who knows? Sing Despacito. I don't know the words to that. I don't speak Spanish. I'm so lame. I don't speak anything. I used to know a little Klingon. That's all gone. That is all gone. No, Despacito, I don't know. Don't neglect the tushes. Of course. Flash is too fast for him. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Flash would probably win, you know? This reminds me a lot of, if you guys ever watched Corner Gas, they would have these type of discussions on there, like, who would win in a fight? Darth Vader or a werewolf? Or Darth Vader or the Wolfman. It wasn't a werewolf. I think it was the Wolfman, specifically. Do Firebird. What's Firebird? Firebird by who? Sing Clone High theme song. Yeah, I'm thinking of Fireball. I think that's where my brain goes. My brain goes to like Deep Purple and heavy metal and stuff. Flash or Quicksilver? I don't know much about Quicksilver. I don't know a lot about Marvel movies or Marvel characters in general. Fireflies. I don't think I know Fireflies either. I don't know a lot of modern music. I know a lot of like obscure stuff. I know a lot of metal. I know a lot of 60s. I know a lot of like psychedelic era album tracks. That's kind of one of my expertise, or my areas of expertise. I know a lot of weird 90s sort of underground songs, but you know, that's one of those things. Oh, I see Incredibles 2. I've never seen Incredibles 1. Quicksilver is European, so he'd have to pause for a cigarette, would he? Grunge. I don't know that much about grunge. I think by the time grunge was big, I was more into funny. I was more into like funny or punk or kind of the dark goth or pre-goth, I guess. It wasn't even goth yet, but it was more the pre-goth era of gothdom. It was back when like you would sneak and bring home a copy of a Sam Hain record or a Misfits record or something. Weird Al's always good. Oh, Weird Al's always good. Something like Yoda or something is always good. But that one, man, I don't know if I can still sing that. My voice dropped a little. I used to have a much higher voice. Sing Eminem. I don't know any Eminem. Funny haha or funny ha. Both? Yes. No. Maybe. I don't know. Because I was thinking maybe I could play something on guitar. I don't actually play other people's songs. I'm so weird. I never learned like a lot of other people's songs. I know bits of songs on guitar. I know riffs, but when I play, I just kind of play to let it sort of flow through me, and I don't really play like an actual song. And it always kind of loops back around to a Doors sort of style riff or something, or a 13th Floor Elevator sort of riff, and that's kind of where my guitar skills tend to go back to when I'm just sort of playing. Sing Amish Paradise. I could probably do Amish Paradise, but I'd rather sing than rap something, because I don't think I'm a very good rapper. I think I'm a better singer. What instruments do you play? I play a little guitar. I have been playing, I've been messing around a little bit with my so this is cool. This is a stand for these. My Monotrons. I love the little baby pocket synths. So I've been using my Monotrons as guitar pedals. You get some really cool noises out of these things. They're very Devo, and I love them. They're both analog synths, and I prefer analog synths to digital. So I'll string my guitar pedal through both of these. The delay, I mean, obviously, like any musician worth their salt has some sort of a delay pedal, and that's mine. I also have, where's my pocket operator that you can like program this to do whole songs. It's very much, I got the which one did I get? I got the arcade one. They have a whole bunch of different ones. These are really awesome too, little mini synthesizers. Let's see. I think my battery might be dead in it, though. I might need to change out the batteries. They don't last forever. Yeah, batteries are dead. Hello. Did you practice your karaoke skills? Take us into the danger zone. I'm probably not going to take us into the danger zone. I'm thinking of doing a Judy Garland song tonight, but... You should rock me Vibraslap. Vibraslaps are good. Without singing White and Nerdy. White and Nerdy would be fun. That'd be fun. Sounded a bit like Doomcock was about to interrupt with the transmission. Gee, I wish. I wish. I'm sure he's busy. I would love it if he would, but no, I don't think he will. Your skin is beautiful, but do you turn pink in the sun? I do. I burn pretty easily. I do. Even though I have some Native American, it doesn't help. It only helps with my hair being, like, down my back. Good news, though, I did get my hair dyed, and it is going to be dyed tomorrow morning, probably, since tomorrow is the 4th. Oh, and it's going to be nice, because I'm tired of it being, I mean, I guess I can show you. It doesn't matter. I don't like what it fades to. I don't. So that's why it's been back, because it goes so blonde. It looks fine on top, but then... So tomorrow it'll be like, it's natural red. Irish or Scottish roots. I have some Irish. I have mostly German. But yeah, I want to wear my hair down for a change on my videos because I like playing with it. I like messing with it. It is down my back. It is very long. But yeah. So today I had to do the deep wash and make sure as much of the dye is out of it as possible. And then tomorrow will be... I mean, hair care 101. I know, very girly stuff. Hair care 101 is you want it... You don't want it too dirty, and you don't want it too clean when you dye it. And you also... you don't want to dye it... You don't want to dye it like the day you wash it, obviously. But yeah, hair care 101. Medusa from Marvel also has red hair. See, and I could do like cosplay and stuff. It's sad. Like last Halloween, I was looking for a costume. Like with my hair the way it is, the only thing I could get would be like between Ariel from The Little Mermaid or like a couple of different anime characters. Maybe Poison Ivy. That's all I could do. Mention of Doomcock and you go full girl mode. I know. You're mostly German, so I could have spared me the pressure and just talked Deutsch. Oh man, my German's bad. I can hear it. I can do it better. I can understand it better when I hear it because my grandmother did speak a lot of German. He did. My grandmother spoke a lot of German when I was a kid. So like, when I was watching Babylon Berlin, I would like just tune out and look at something else, and I would still understand a lot of it. Like it's just the base words and stuff. Like yeah, I can get the gist of it pretty easily. But yeah, that's my God, it's so blonde too because it's this part has been dyed less than this part, so it gets very. But yeah, I want to start wearing it down in videos because I like it down. But I'm kind of self-conscious about it. It's part of why I don't want to wear like a Star Trek bathing suit too. But maybe I'll pick one up. Your grandma warned ein klug Frau. Never lose your ancestors' language. Yes. Oh my God. If I can remember some of the words. I remember some of the words and phrases and things, but yeah. My mother is full-blooded German. My father's got all the mixed. So he's got the Irish and French, and I've got French in me too. So this is why I have like. This is why I don't age, I think, because, I mean, look at somebody like Cher. She's French, and she doesn't age. So I think it's the combination of, like, the German, Irish, French, Native American. I've got Native American in there, too. So I've got so many mixes that I don't age. So that's good. What is klug? I don't know. I know Wasist, though. I know those. I know it's so funny, like one or two words I won't pick up. But. How do you and Doomcock know each other? I was a fan from day one, maybe no, not day one, probably day. I guess I'm just a huge fangirl supporter. I don't know. I wouldn't really say we know each other. I don't know, he's my favorite YouTuber. When a long time ago, when like Ghostbusters 2016 and all this nonsense started happening, I started really paying attention to a lot of like those, like the Midnight's Edge sort of channels. And if you guys don't watch Midnight's Edge, you should totally watch them. They're probably the most they do their research. They're the most credible, I think, of all of the sort of on our side of the fandom. They're definitely the most credible of them. They're the most they don't get into a lot of the bickering and infighting and shit. They're credible, they're professional, they're good guys. Definitely subscribe to Midnight's Edge. So because of them, because I watched them for so many years, Rob shouted out Doomcock way back in like November, and I was on this sort of hate relationship with Star Trek Discovery. So between watching stuff like Trek Yards and the Trek Logs and all these reviews of Star Trek Discovery, well, Midnight's Edge were pretty spot on to how I was feeling. Trek Yards are very diplomatic, and they don't want to piss off either side. They want to say this is the good, this is the bad, and they don't want to just rail on something, and that's absolutely awesome, and I really respect them for that. But but at the same time, I really wanted to rail on Discovery, so that's how I found Doomcock, was Rob shouting him out. And one video, I'm like, yes, instant subscriber. Second video, I'm like, this is my favorite channel. So I've just been a huge supporter. Give you a shout out on the live chat with the High Council. I know. That I guess he sees something in my in the way I think in my videos. Like we will get on Twitter and tweet back and forth about shit, or not so much now that he's like big and famous and huge, but like God, back in like December, January, February, March, like all this time we just it's just an instant friendship, an instant connection there. We definitely have so much in common there, and he's brilliant. I can't say enough good things about him. How's my kitty? Oh, he's a sweet kitty. He's doing really well. He is, you wouldn't even know he has a scar anymore. He had the surgery because he ate foam because he's an idiot. So he had the surgery to get that cut out of him, and you wouldn't even know. He's just he's a little sleepy today, but probably because it's hot. Klug is smart, intellectual, wise. My American actor colleague thought I was a crazy Irishman when he heard me talking English, and I didn't even have me dagger with me. That works. Any chance of Tom and Rob from Midnight's Edge joining you from some Jackbox? I did invite Tom one time. There was kind of a scheduling thing, like a misunderstanding of the scheduling. I did invite Tom. I would love Rob and Tom to join for like a trivia one. Absolutely. They are... I think that they're definitely up there with like on par of my trivia knowledge. They're probably better than me because they know a lot more. But I like something like Jackbox. Maybe we'll do like a Jackbox hangout stream or something this weekend and just anybody who wants to join can. My smile says enough. Oh, about the kitty cat? Or about what? About what? I don't know. The kitten. Yeah, the kitty's a sweetie. I think I have pictures of his scar. I don't know if I want to find pictures of his scar. But yeah, so... But that's like... His medical bills alone have been so... Yeah, his medical bills are part of why I took 2 months to get my hair fixed. And no, so tomorrow it's going to be done, and tomorrow it's going to be nice. But I figure I want some record of how it looks. It's not even that bad. It doesn't fade to anything too bad. It's not like super splotchy. It just goes from like red to this color, which I kind of like this color. It's not too bad. You see some girls who use like splat or something, and their just hair is splotchy as everything. All of it. Oh no, all of what? All of what? Oh no. So yeah, any more questions? Come on, I've been ranting. I think I know how to fix the whole social justice warrior thing though. For anybody who wasn't here earlier in the stream, I think to fix the social justice warrior thing, as long as we're super respectful and we just kind of correct them when they go off on their tirades respectfully. I try my best to tag it like I respectfully disagree and here's why. But you know, sometimes if they just resort to name calling and I'm like just pissed enough, I will do it back, and I'm not perfect. I'm human. Yes, I've been watching. This is a travesty. It's You guys gotta remember, like, I have 5,000 some subscribers, but I have, like, 3,000 dead subs, at least, from Yokai Watch, who stopped watching me, you know, 2.5 years ago for that. And then I stopped playing it, and then they'll pop back in and be like, why aren't you playing this anymore? Like, well, where were you in the last 2 years when I stopped playing it? Yeah, but, so a lot of the people who are showing up for, like, this new stuff, this is just, like, 2 weeks in. So I am more than happy to have 7 people in chat right now who are chatting and interacting and want to be here because they want to be here. You know, that's amazing to me. Like, during a lot of, like, the tail end of some of the stuff I used to do, we would get 2 people in chat. It wouldn't move. It would not move one bit. Same thing, like, I'm dual streaming right now over on Twitch as well. There's nobody over on Twitch. I don't know how you get views on Twitch. Like, like I can't even go a little cam girl and do something like do something like pull the shirt down a little, do that. I don't get people over on Twitch, so. Post on Twitter because YouTube sucks the notifications. I do. It does go out on Twitter every time I go live, or at least it should. Let me double check here and make sure it did. I'm so behind on Twitter. I think it did. You get notifications an hour late for EVS, and I do too. I usually will just kind of check my my homepage on YouTube to see who's live, and a lot of the time it'll tell me people are live like a half an hour later or an hour later or whatever, or it'll tell me like, oh, they stopped streaming like 4 hours ago, but they have a live stream you didn't watch. Like, yeah, but I don't want to watch a live stream after the fact. I know, I totally get when people don't want to watch live after the fact, you know? But yeah, it's weird. So anytime I stream, it should go out on Twitter. Yes, it did. It says live stream time, watch on YouTube Gaming or Twitch. What's a Twitch? Twitch is this thing where gamers tend to stream. You're subbed to the Quartering, has the same problem. I think I'm subbed to him. I think so. I've watched him a few times. I don't watch him that much, but I watched him a few times. I watched a video of you playing this Jesus game where you had to punch chickens and zombies and lepers to death. That was a fun game. That was probably like the earliest game on my channel, on this channel. I had a channel once that did get, it got deleted for, I guess I let some boobs slip in from an anime game I was playing or something for just a split second, like maybe a frame, and they wouldn't tell me, and they wouldn't just tell me, hey, you just delete the video. They wouldn't tell me that. They're like, because they give you an error thing of this could be spam or this or this or this. So I'm like, okay, well, I have a friend in here who's commenting spam, spam, spam because we were singing the spam song. Because he's a British kid who's a friend of mine. So I'm like, this isn't spam. This is just. So I thought it was spam, but I think it was from the one frame of the game I was playing or something. Or people just flag those visual novels anyway. They're basically fucking Japanese schoolgirl simulators. PC or console? I have a PC gamer. Definitely more PC than anything. Because everyone should punch a chicken. Oh, don't punch chickens. You kick them. That's what I always did in Red Dead Redemption. You kick a chicken. That's the thing I would always do. I'd go and kick the chickens. Because you don't get there's no consequences for it. You don't get any, like, points off. Favorite Star Trek PC game? Well, the only one I've played... This is so bad. The only one I've played is probably Star Trek Adversaries. And I'm terrible at it. I'm so terrible at it. Shooting them out of a cannon is better. Oh no. Spam's good. It's for nuclear aftermath survival food. Yeah. Used to have a chicken cannon in SL. Well, what's the thing, Postal, where you have, like, you put the cat on this gun as a silencer? That's sad. It's funny, but it's sad. Like, I'm not so sensitive that when it's like, when it's like actually, when it's actually something for comedic effect and it's not real, then I can laugh at it. But when it's something for real, like the sad puppy videos, I can't watch those at all. I'm Thornton Maurer of Bedlam Weapons. I sold chicken cannons. What was it? I used to play the chicken shoot games on the Wii sometimes. I'm such a casual gamer anymore, but I like PC more. I am liking my Nintendo Switch a little more. There's a few games I would love to play on the Switch, but because I really love the controller, and sometimes I'll play Switch games on here. If I do any gaming, what type of games would you want to see? Would you want to see Star Trek Adversaries? I can crank that out anytime. I'm bad at it. I'm terrible at it, but I like it. Starships, blades, tanks, armor, guns, chicken cannons. Those are all good things to talk about. The Adversary and Star Trek Adversaries. Obviously, Mikey Spock. Don't get me started on Mikey Spock. Do not get me started on Mikey Spock. She is, she's, Last time I played was Star Trek Voyager, at least Elite Force. Are those good? I mean, I've had people ask about if I want to play Star Trek Online and those type of things. I feel like they're so mobile based. They're such mobile games. So anytime I see those, I always feel like, well, if I'm gonna play a mobile game, I'm gonna just play it on my tablet because I don't have a cell phone because I'm antisocial and I don't leave the house, so I play stuff on my tablet all the time. Wow, we got comments on my new video. Should I? Is this a bad thing to stream like so soon after we upload a video? I think it might be a bad thing. I don't know. One day for fun, I turned every wall in my store Phantom and Gray, so people will go through them thinking they were rezzing. I still laugh thinking about it. Oh, that sounds fun. What kind of store do you have? Do you go to Comic-Cons? I went to one Comic-Con. I went to, it was a movie in Comic-Con in England in 2014. That's a whole long story. But it was really cool. It had a lot of people I actually knew who they were. I missed Carl Weathers. He was like the first panelist, so I missed seeing him speak, but I got to see all of the Imperial baddies from Empire Strikes Back and, well, the original trilogy, all the old British guys who get up there. So pretty much all the ones that are still alive were on this panel. And it was really cool hearing all of like the Star Wars stories and everything, and for the ones who weren't out there signing autographs, like the less famous ones. So I didn't get to see like Kenny Baker or, you know, I don't think David Prowse made it up on stage either. But that was really cool because like if you go to England to a Comic-Con, you see so many of like, especially for somebody like me who's a huge Anglophile, all of like the British sitcom people, all the British TV people. You can see old doctors from Doctor Who. I saw Sylvester McCoy in person. I saw Danny John Jules from Red Dwarf. It was amazing. Teal'c ended up being there. It's not a British show, but I'm a huge Stargate fan, so Teal'c was there, and I got to see him in person. But what do you think of the potential Tarantino Star Trek film? Oh God, Tarantino! Oh no. I mean, it could be okay. It could be okay, but oh man, I think as long as it's continuing the Kelvin timeline, I'll probably check it out. He's not writing it though. I mean, if he were writing it, that might be different. But I mean, just getting somebody to direct it, you can pretty much get anybody to direct one of these things. If for the direction we're going in these days, you can probably get pretty much anybody to direct one of these things. I still have mixed feelings on the new Doctor. I need to watch that. I need to see what's going on, and maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. Is it on yet? Did she come? Has it aired? It is STD canon now. I think STD is technically canon, but it can't be canon because of the legal reasons where it has to be 25% different. And I think, I don't know. Hello to Minicon. We are ranting. We're ranting. Most of us are ranting over here on YouTube, but gaming is dead. Gaming's a little dead. I mean, I'll game from time to time. But it's just, these are fun too. I like having hangouts. I like being able to chat with you guys. But yeah, I think STD's a little canon, and I don't like that it is. But, I mean, if you look at it, it's clearly not. It doesn't match anything. It doesn't look right. It's too soon to establish things. There's too many plot holes for me to enjoy it. There's too many discrepancies. There's too many inconsistencies. But I look at it as what it is, a car wreck. And like all car wrecks, you will watch it without being able to turn your head away. That's kind of where I am with Discovery. I will watch it and I will hate it, and I will hate watch it, and I will pick apart everything wrong with it, And maybe this weekend or this week sometime I'll make some more Discovery reviews. I think I still have like 5 episodes to go. I wrote out a script of one. I might do them a little differently. I might just kind of go through and maybe do like a live reaction-y sort of thing to them where I'm watching the thing and I'm just ranting and commenting. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I don't want to keep them more than a half an hour, but if I could just kind of sit there and pick apart everything that's wrong with the show as we go. I don't know. Don't cry, it bothers me too. Yes. Some idiot in Star Trek Online chat room just tried to lecture me that says STD is canon and Star Trek is just a show. Anyway, I blocked him. I'm STD intolerant, as you should be. I mean, if these people think that Star Trek is just a show, then they are perfectly fine to like, you know, any other garbage show. They shouldn't be watching Star Trek. Star Trek is a culture. Star Trek is an idea. It is a positive outlook on humanity. It is what we aspire to be, and if they're gonna be pulling that crap, then we don't need them in our fandom. You know, we have to. I hate the word gatekeep. What did Ethan say? He came up with another safeguard. Are we safeguarding our fandom? I think we're safeguarding the fandom. I like that. I want to steal that from him. I'm gonna use that. Danny John Jules is funny as the cat. Would you want to have a cat that's as evolved as a red dwarf cat? Maybe. I mean, they could do stuff. You could ask them to like go clean the bathroom, or I think that'd be okay because they'd still be kind of a pet. I don't know. That might be fine. So I need to watch STD. You and Doomcock are making me nervous. Don't watch it. Don't watch STD. It's terrible. It's terrible. Same thing happened to Star Wars. It's because of the generation. It's because of the times we live in. I think it's all that. It's all our generation and stuff. I tell you that I love you. No, well, shit, now you know. Well, thank you. I love you guys. I really love that you guys want to show up here. I think this is all. I think that Star Trek Discovery, and I think that, as I keep playing with my hair all day, I think that Star Trek and Ghostbusters and all these things have kind of happened in the universe so that we can all find each other and come together and fix this for once. You know, we really need to fix this. I laugh if you said, and I love you, random viewer. Well, I do love you guys. A war between the Vulcans and the Romulans would be great. It could be interesting. It could have been interesting if they were gonna go that direction. I kind of wish that they would have gone in like the Romulan War direction and had a series like a little after Enterprise if they were going to. They're not gonna do it though. Watch the Orville and the Expanse instead of Discovery. I need to watch The Expanse. I was all set to watch The Expanse when the internet went out during the last big storm, I think Saturday or Sunday. And then like 5 minutes in, 6 minutes in, the power went off for like an hour and a half. So the thing I was watching it on the computer in the other room, and then I'm like, you know what, let's just use the Wi-Fi hotspot on the cell phone in the house. And but yeah, so I was watching Ethan's stream instead, or listening to it with like no audio or no video quality, which is fine. I'm fine with watching those streams, like, or listening to them in the background while I'm doing stuff. I need to watch Babylon 5 again. Yes, watch Babylon 5. That is one of the most amazing series ever. I do have every episode on DVD. You can see some of them behind my Andorian as well. Farscape is the shiznit. I need to watch Farscape. I want the Borg versus Dominion. Why the hell not? That would be interesting. Borg versus Dominion. I think that would be an interesting thing. I really hate that when I sat down to watch The Expanse, I was scared to try it. I'm so scared to try and do things just in case I hate it. So I've seen like the first, you know, maybe 8 minutes. The first 5 minutes I was annoyed and nauseated, and I'm so scared to go back and give it another shot because, like, what if I hate it? What if I absolutely hate it? You know, and people I really, really respect and love and stuff, really love The Expanse. What if I hate it? I can't hate something that, you know, people I admire love. But, I mean, I guess I could hate something. People have opinions. I don't know if I'm gonna I don't think I'll hate it. I think I need to get over my little prejudices and my initial seasick camera angles and blue and stuff. But another show like Quantum Leap. I watched a little Quantum Leap. It wasn't that bad. I need to probably, if I ever get out of my funk and actually watch shows again, I will probably watch it. Farscape, watch the show first before the Peacekeeper Wars. I could do that. Tried on The Expanse a couple of times. I couldn't do it, but if Doomcock likes it, I'll keep trying. That's what I heard, that it's like a hard sit those first couple of episodes, but it really gets better. And that's I'm okay with that if it's something that really, really draws me in. Sadly, we don't watch TV like we did in the 90s. In the 90s, I could watch something like Babylon 5 and know that I would probably like it when I would come in the middle of a season and watch an episode on TNT in, like, 94 or something. And I didn't watch it all then, and I watched a couple episodes then, but I did watch it later in reruns and on DVD and VHS. And with a show like that, you kind of have to watch in order. And same thing with Deep Space Nine, and same thing with all new shows nowadays. You really have to watch them in order. The problem with that is that I need something in the first couple of minutes of that show that's really gonna hook me, you know? I need something. I need something more than that. So if I'm watching something and, like, I'm not drawn into it immediately, I tend to forget about it. So that's why it took me like 6 months to finish Stranger Things. But Doomcock's best quote: "It's like a fart. Sure, it's not much to look at, but you know something foul is happening." He has a way with words. He's hilarious. I love it when he just kind of goes in no filter mode. We watched Star Trek Next Generation as a whole family. Can't think of another show like that except for Married with Children. Yeah, I've got all the Married with Children as well somewhere back there. I really liked Married with Children. But I remember watching Next Generation with my mom and TOS sometimes, and when they'd rerun TOS at like 5 in the morning when I'd be up until 5:30 or 6. I used to be up all night when I was a teenager, just writing and doing music and being an antisocial teenager and being moody and emo or whatever they would call it. And I would watch Star Trek at night because I really liked it. We watched The Fall Guy together too. Saturday morning cartoons used to be a can't miss event. Yeah, and that's an idea for a video maybe. I think Saturday morning cartoons, we do still have them. We just have YouTubers now. So for anybody who doesn't catch the whole live stream, I'll probably make a whole video on that at some point. I had to write these down. I've got my porg pen. But yeah, I think from my experience dealing with a lot of little kids on YouTube is that the YouTubers are now Saturday morning cartoon commercial sort of things. We're not even the cartoons, we're the commercials. You know, you see somebody doing a Let's Play of something and the little kid goes out and buys it, or you see a YouTuber unboxing a toy and you have to go and buy it. And that is Saturday morning cartoons now, except it's basically all the time, all day, every day on tablets, phones, your home PC media center. And that's what little kids and just not even little kids, that's what kids and younger people in general are flocking to now. Just as we would run home and watch, I know I would run home and watch like Tom and Jerry or Ghostbusters or whatever. Is it okay to ask which fictional characters you find appealing? Like how you like Tilly? Yeah, you can totally ask that. I totally like Tilly. You guys probably don't want to know what fictional characters I crush on, because it will probably disappoint. It will probably disappoint you. Favorite childhood cartoon series? Is that Powdered Toast Man behind? Yes. I have the entire... I do have an unboxing of those. It's not going to focus. I got a Mr. Horse, Powdered Toast Man, I've got Ren and Stimpy, and I have Log. You can't really see them unless I move out of the way. Oh, no. Can't see them because my guitar's in the way. My Warlock's in the way. Scooby-Doo is the shiznit. I like Scooby-Doo. Death by Snoo Snoo. I thought it was Death by... Well, the League of Gentlemen also had a take on that. They had a take on that skit, the Death by Snoo Snoo. But my favorite childhood cartoon, I watched... when I was a kid, I'm a huge Pee-wee's Playhouse fan. So it wasn't a cartoon, but that was my favorite. And the original Land of the Lost that got rerun in the 80s. So the one that like Walter Koenig wrote, and the original bad Sid and Marty Krofft era. I love the original Land of the Lost. So I did watch quite a bit of that. But for cartoons, what did I watch as far as cartoons? I probably watched Thundercats. I'm sure I watched that. I'm sure I watched Smurfs. I'm sure I watched Garfield if that was on Saturday mornings. But do you remember Captain Caveman? I do. Oh my god, I do. I remember Captain Caveman. I remember like there was a lot of like shows that I saw when I was really young that I didn't remember that much of, like Groovy Ghoulies and a lot of the just crap Filmation and crap Hanna-Barbera stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of those. I remember there was one that I used to watch when I was really little. It was like a band, and they had spaghetti and meatballs were the members of the band, and they had a dog I think named Clyde or something. That and Jabberjaw, yeah, all the bad Hanna-Barbera from the 70s. Those were amazing though. Those were great. I used to wake up really early, watch Benny Hill Show and Captain Kangaroo, and the Muppet Show was lined up. I remember the Muppet Show. I remember watching like at my grandma's house in the evenings. I do have the 3 Muppet Show sets. I got the fuzzy ones because I thought they would be more limited edition, so I went with the fuzzy ones. And they never came out with more than 3 seasons, probably because of music, probably because some of the musical guests didn't sign off on some of their things, but. Yeah, Muppet Show, man. Roger Miller on the Muppet Show. Holy crap. Am I the only one who was, like, amazed by how insane Roger Miller was? Shit. I love me some Roger Miller sometimes. Grew up on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I plan on seeing the movie this weekend. I would like to see that. I might have to watch that. I don't have the money to go to see it, but I might have to find a way to see that. There might be some money on my, on the rewards thing. Because, So sometimes you can get like a free thing of popcorn or can I show my boobs? Not without getting banned. Not without being banned. You should know better if you're over on Twitch. You know how people are. I was warned to bring some tissues. Oh man, yeah. I did watch Mr. Rogers as a kid. And I watched Sesame Street like in the before Elmo. So that's how old I am. I was before Elmo. But no, I didn't. Like, I'm trying to think, which Saturday morning cartoons did I even watch? What did you guys watch? Did you guys watch, like, I know a lot of people I know ended up watching, like, and Transformers and Thundercats and, but those are, like, that's typically if you have a lot of male friends and male acquaintances and male viewers. I've had a lot of male viewers say, yeah, like, Transformers, Thundercats. I think I went back and watched Thundercats, and I don't think it looks very good anymore. Transformers, yeah, I remember I really like the music and the sound effects and that. Even now, like the transforming sounds, those are really cool. But I don't know, I watched a lot more live action stuff. I loved Irwin Allen stuff. I loved Lost in Space, and I loved the Batman 60s series, and I loved like the 60s shows that were for kids. So when I was a kid, I remember a lot of watching like Dennis the Menace and Mr. Ed and all the dumb 50s shows. Leave It to Beaver. I watched a lot of that stuff. Yeah, and She-Ra and Masters of the Universe. I had a crush on She-Ra. My cartoon crush. Who do I have a cartoon crush? Well, I have kind of an anime crush. Even though I'm not an anime fan, I do play a video game of an anime franchise that I really like. I'm kind of in love with the one girl that goes around grabbing the other girls by the boobs. I kind of am in love with her. She's kind of amazing. And I'm kind of in love with the other one in the series who has, she's got the darker hair and she has like Freddy's sword. So I'm kind of in love with those two, but you wanted to be Goku'd? No, that's after my time. That's after my time. The Dragon Ball Z. Up until like 2 years ago, I thought it was Dragon Balls. Like, honest to God. Cesar Romero's Joker laugh or Frank Gorshin's Riddler laugh. Ooh, Frank Gorshin. Probably. The Riddler, like, I like the Joker. Okay, I like the Joker. But to me, the Joker, like, Cesar Romero's Joker was less than Khan. So if you're kind of comparing Latin sort of heartthrob men and they're villainous, Khan is always going to creep into my mind, making Cesar Romero's Joker a little less. So I like Frank Gorshin a lot. Plus Frank Gorshin's been on Star Trek. And yeah. I can go into 60s. Man, I could go into some 60s TV crap. Anyone watched Laugh-In? I'm a huge Laugh-In fan. If anybody has the Laugh-In DVD set and would love to send it to me, please private message me something. It's like $250 and I cannot buy that. And I would love it. I'm a huge Laugh-In fan. And because of Laugh-In, of course I loved You Can't Do That on Television as well. That's another one I grew up on. I think I didn't watch a lot of animated stuff now that I'm thinking about it. I didn't watch a lot of animated stuff until like Ren and Stimpy came on, and Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, Freakazoid, all those. You're a 70s baby. Technically. Yes, technically. 70s sock it to me. Well, the Laugh-In aired more in, like, didn't it start in, like, 67? I want to say. That's kind of my expertise in as far as music as well, as, like, 66 to about 72. On the cusp, yes. Hello, Tom Smart. DuckTales. I was a little old for DuckTales, I think. I mean, I was probably the right age, but by then I was such a snob. I was a bitch to everybody. I didn't want to watch anything of my time. So I didn't watch DuckTales. I didn't watch Chippendales Rescue Rangers. I didn't watch any of that. I think because in my head, Disney was, like, lesser than Warner Brothers. Mostly because, like, I grew up on the Don Bluth era 80s cartoons. So if you guys remember, like, Land Before Time and Secret of Nim and American Tail, those are the ones I watched, like, for like movies animated when I was a kid. And any of the Disney ones, I always felt them to be very old-fashioned because they were like Sleeping Beauty and Snow White, and you know, you didn't even get the Little Mermaid until I was like 10. Inspector Gadget ruled. Yes. Saying, like, I did watch Inspector Gadget and Heathcliff and the Dennis the Menace cartoon as well as the live action. Yeah, Inspector Gadget was good. I never considered that a Saturday morning, though, but I did like that a lot. Remember when HBO used to run Fraggle Rock? I do. Let me see if I can... Oh, no. You probably can't see it. I do have all the Fraggle Rock, every episode of that. I'm so annoyed. Do you guys get annoyed in that when you buy, like, DVD sets and you get the same packaging for, like, the first 3 seasons and then the 4th season's different? And you can't do anything about it because they changed the packaging mid-run, or just mid-series like that. Oh, I also didn't have HBO. My grandmother did. I would go over to her house and I would watch Fraggle Rock when I could. But man, Fraggle Rock is... I was still watching it. When I bought them on DVD in my 20s or 30s or whenever they came out, I was still watching Fraggle Rock. It's a good show. It had good music. It has a decent message. It's not so kiddie. It doesn't talk down to you because, you know, Jim Henson and the Muppets didn't really talk down to you that much. That's kind of why I liked them so much. Simpsons did that. It was annoying. Yeah. And now you can't even get the collector heads. Now they're finally released the next one with, what, Fat Tony on it or something, and you can't even get the collector set on that. So I didn't even buy it after that. I watched Stigman and the Sea Monster. I remember a little of that. I watched, in the mid-90s, they did bring back a lot of the Sid and Marty Krofft, so I did get to go back and watch a lot. So I got to watch that, and Lidsville. And I love Charles Nelson Riley. Huge fan of his. Lidsville also had Butch Patrick from the Munsters, if I'm not mistaken. And Marilyn Manson sampled bits of Lidsville, so I remember that one quite well. Then you had, God, who else? Well, H.R. Puffin stuff was the big one. I did like a lot of the Sid and Marty Krofft stuff. Hello, Pokemon, Oregon. Johnny Quest. I didn't watch Johnny Quest. I kind of remember it. I remember in, like, the 90s, TBS, before Cartoon Network was a thing, TBS used to air Dexter's Laboratory and Cartoon Planet. Before Space Ghost Coast to Coast was a thing, you had Cartoon Planet with all the Space Ghost characters. You had Brack and Zorak and you had all this stuff on TBS before they branched off into the Cartoon Network. So you got a lot of the early Cartoon Network shows back in the day too. The original theme tune with Inspector Gadget were an all-French vocal by some famous fellow, was it? His Wonder Twins activate. There's so many of those cartoons I saw a little of here and there in passing, but yeah, I remember a lot of the like Wonder Twins and the. There's so many cool things. I liked what Cartoon Network did in its early days when the early days of Adult Swim with like C-Lab 2021 and Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and I did watch a lot of those shows. I never got into the anime stuff though. That was never my thing. Here I'm talking and blabbing for a while. This isn't going to be a super long stream. I just kind of wanted to hang out with everybody until... I don't know, maybe promote the video I uploaded. I did upload a video today where I kind of ranted like a crazy person, but... Did Americans get monkey magic? I don't think we did. I haven't seen monkey magic. I was lucky enough to see and get the Lancelot Link Secret Chimp set. Is that similar? Because we had Lancelot Link Secret Chimp, which had a lot of well, it had like Bernie Capel as one of the voice actors for some reason. So I think a lot of people from like the Get Smart voice actor set, I don't know, or voice acting came into that to overdub these chimps who have no idea what the hell's going on, and they're basically in a band, and it was amazing. I loved it. My favorite everything with Batman, as long as it's gritty, and definitely He-Man. God, I love that guy. The last reboot was very good, sadly, short-lived. Chinese, Japanese, English. Ah, okay. It was on local access at 5 a.m. Oh man, 5 a.m. local access stuff. Those are the days. Does anyone remember public access? Tom and Jerry and Marvin the Martian. Yeah, we had when I was a kid, we had a clown on the television network that later became the WB. So it was like a little syndicated-y sort of channel. And so this clown would air. He was so similar to Krusty, but I think he was less burned out. He would air like all the Tom and Jerry and Woody Woodpecker and all the MGM stuff, and so that's how I had such a passion for that. All the MGM cartoons, all the Warner cartoons, Three Stooges I watched a lot as a kid. I watched a lot of old Mickey Rooney movies as a kid. Hot Yoga and Tom and Jerry. Yeah, Tom and Jerry was good though. I wish they hadn't dumbed it down. I don't think it could work nowadays. I think hopefully they probably have rebooted it a million times, right? Damn, was a 70-year-old woman doing yoga and then the cartoon started. Oh no. That's weird. I remember being up all night and looking at I remember being up all night and watching the just reruns and syndicated stuff and infomercials, and this is the 90s though. One of the best things about that time of night though in the 90s was I found a little show called Nightstand. Does anyone remember Nightstand? Am I completely crazy? It was Timothy Stack and a lot of people from God, what's the comedy troupe Pee Wee Herman came out of? The comedy troupe Pee Wee Herman came out of. So you had the actress whose name I can't remember right now who played Miss Yvonne was on the show. The actor who played Jambi was on the show. You had a lot of these people from Pee Wee's Playhouse, but it was in the 90s now. So of course they were older and they were doing, they were playing they were playing audience members. It was a parody talk show. It was amazing, and I loved it so much. And I wish it would just come out on DVD. I gotta look. It is out. Somebody has some episodes up on YouTube that I'll watch sometime. But it was so fun. Holy crap! Thank you so much for the $2.99 super chat. I like what you've done with the channel. Well, thank you so much. Zach is one of our awesome people from way back. Whoever's gonna fix this, we're gonna fix this. But thank you so much. I super appreciate your super chat. Yeah, I'm happy that people are like responding well to a lot of the shifts and a lot of the just me blabbing because I think gaming on YouTube is so hard to make a name gaming in YouTube, and I have been meeting some amazing people through like the Star Wars and Star Trek communities and all the stuff I know about, and I'm like super happy to kind of bring that passion out in myself. And oh my god, Roadrunner. Now that shit was brutal, cruel and evil. Wouldn't work today with SJW weaklings playing helicopter parents. And that's what's so sad. Like we had the violent cartoons, but we knew not to do that. And I think a lot of people nowadays don't know not to do that. Don't smack somebody in the face with a frying pan. Don't drop an anvil on somebody. Don't do all this. So I remember tongue exercises from what? From the 70s. I don't. I see Steven Universe. I've never watched Steven Universe. I'm trying to find more Trek lovers. The Star Wars community bashes on Star Trek all the time. I think it's both ways. I hate to be one of those people who have kind of, in my past, and I've had to correct this behavior. In my past, I had this prejudice that Star Wars fans were less than Star Trek fans, and that's my bad. I totally apologize for feeling that way, because I think Star Wars fans are just as intelligent and passionate and as some Star Trek fans, and some Star Trek fans are just as so some of it. I think we can all be dumb and we can all be brilliant, is the best way to put that. But no, I mean, I think the Star Wars fans don't. I think the difference between Star Wars and Star Trek is they're two entirely different shows that have a lot of common elements. You have space battles, you have ships, you have adventure. Star Trek is more of a. It's more of an experience of. I hate using the word diversity. It's an experience of trying to better humanity, and how, like, just any Q episode where he's testing Picard to see if we're ready for space. That kind of embodies Star Trek to me. And Star Wars is this fun family dynamic, family sort of connection franchise. They're both boiled down to, it's about the characters, and they both have elements, but they're so totally different. I mean, you'll have more deep philosophical sort of debates on Star Trek more often, but you still have that in Star Wars at the same time. So Star Trek season 1, man dresses don't help. Hey, I like the man dresses. I like the man dresses in Star Trek. Wait, you mean I shouldn't have thrown a piano at my little sister or tried to blow her up? Shit, now I get why she hated me for so many years. It wasn't me, it was the TV. Hello, stupid rock show. I think you can find some Star Trek fans by following Marina Sturgis on Twitter. Yeah, following any of the Trek people. I come more from, like, I really love Star Trek. I really love Star Wars. I love Trek more than Star Wars for sure. That's definitely where my heart is. But if you're gonna ask me, Stargate and Babylon 5 blow them all out of the water. Stargate is so fun. Star Wars and Battlestar Galactica was my thing. God, when I was so little, I would watch reruns of Battlestar Galactica, the original, and I've got them. That's one of the things. So long story. Way back when Battlestar Galactica, the original, came out on DVD, they had the Cylon mask set. I had that. And then of course you get, ended up going to my ex-husband when we got divorced, so I was really sad that he got that. So that's my replacement. I never got the mask back, but I got the replacement of at least the show. But yeah. TOS is great. NG nice. But once they go to Wesley being important, it got weird. I was never a big Wesley fan, and then like all of a sudden people are like, oh, Will Wheaton, he's such a icon of the nerd community, and he's awesome, and we can't bash on Wesley. Yeah, that wasn't my favorite character. I'm sorry. I was married for a few years, yeah. Long time ago. I watched Lost in Space on All Access. I watched half of the remake on Netflix. Is it okay? Is it just a kid's show? It seems like it did a lot of dumb stuff, though. I don't know if I wanna bother with the Lost in Space remake. I had all the DVDs of the original series. I wish I hadn't have sold them, but so sometimes you need like a quick $100 for a bill or something, and you look at a stack of stuff and you're like, yep, I can sell some of this. And that's what I've been doing recently. I've been selling a lot of stuff on eBay, and I've been trying to get rid of some of the junk that I've collected, or at least duplicates, and try like long walks on the beach. I think everybody does. I think everybody likes long walks on the beach. Cylons are better as robots instead of the new human-looking type. I like the Cylons. I like that they would bring them back, like the metal ones, than the skin jobs. But from a budget perspective and from an actor perspective, I think I liked all of the Cylons that they used in the reboot. I like that the reboot was a completely different direction as the original, and I like that it wasn't a continuation. It was, hey, we're rebooting the show. And I think if Star Trek Discovery had just flat out said, hey, this is a reboot, I think it would have been fine. But Wesley Crusher reminded me of Will Robertson. Or Will Robinson on Lost in Space. I didn't like him. You know, I didn't mind Will on Lost in Space. I don't know. I think as a kid I liked Lost in Space a lot more than I do as an adult. And that's really sad because I do really like Bill Mumy quite a lot as an actor, and I've got a couple of his albums too, his Barnes and Barnes stuff. If you're a Dr. Demento fan like I am, the Barnes and Barnes like albums are kind of amazing. Even the second one has its moments. There's a third one that I never ended up finding, but it's really good. Had big issues with the BSG reboot. I can see why people had big issues with the BSG reboot. I mean, if you come into it wanting like a campy sci-fi show, you're not gonna get that for sure. For me, I disregarded everything I saw, and you know, there's a few issues with the reboot, that like the time jumps I didn't like, and some of the weird aspects of like, oh, we get to Earth, but it's not, but it is, but yeah, the last season kind of had some moments, but it also had some brilliance, and I loved using All Along the Watchtower as kind of a recurring theme of there, because I'm such a fan of the 60s and that era, and I think I think that song kind of made its way to Jimi Hendrix for a reason. That's about as deep as I'm gonna get into the music philosophy right now. Do you have the Greatest American Hero? I don't. I have so few DVDs anymore. It looks like a lot, but it's not. This is like half of what I used to have. It is not a lot. Demento, yes. Hey, Dr. Demento was some great stuff back in the day. Would Picard have told Will Robinson to shut up? Yeah, probably. Like, some of the issues with Lost in Space, though, is like, okay, you're letting your kid around what would clearly not fly today as total stranger danger, but hated that. Almost killed Jimmy and Dylan for me. Oh, man. Yeah, and I can totally see that, too. I can see coming from a perspective of, yeah, they're just reusing the song that's so reused. I happen to enjoy it. But I kind of get that way when I hear the Doors, the end overused, or I hear, like, I can't hear Steppenwolf anymore. That's so... I can't hear Steppenwolf in something anymore, and I can't hear, like... It's like, don't use that. Don't use Painted Black anymore. I can't hear Painted Black in things anymore. Favorite B movie? I have a lot of favorite B movies. Pretty much anything with Archel Jr. Anything by Ray Dennis Steckler. I love his stuff. Wild Guitar is definitely one of my favorite B movies. The Choppers, all that. I actually have Archel Jr.'s CD, if anybody knows that. Because I was listening to Ethan Van Sciver talking about this last week or something. Archel Jr. has an album, and I actually have it. Man, I should go get that. I should go get that. You know what? Here, let's look at Klingons for a second. Klingorks. Let's find it here. If I can get it quickly. I can't get it quickly. This is so I'm not like... Alright, image 2. Go away. Make it go away. What is that? Those are Klingorks. That's what the Klingons look like now. That is from Star Trek Discovery. That's what the Klingons look like now. And they don't censor them in Discovery. That's the Klingon, and yeah. So this is one of my prized possession CDs. This has all the music from Wild Guitar, The Choppers, Ega, a lot of other stuff. This has Vicky from Ega on it. This has... This is one of my prized possessions. So, yeah. and I collect a lot of this. And I have, like, Ron Haydock's CD also from the Ray Dennis Steckler film. So if anybody's huge into, like, old B movies, that's kind of what my thing is. So I love those movies. I love anything that Mark Perot did. So all of the Polish Vampire in Burbank, Nudist Colony of the Dead. Anything with Linnea Quigley in it I love. So everything from Return of the Living Dead to... Slimeball Bolorama to Nightmare Sisters is a good one also. I really loved her in that. They turned Klingons into lizards. They kind of did. Klingons piss in 2 streams. That's the only relevant. That's the only relevant. What STD is telling us about their culture is embarrassing. Yeah, they turn them into. They turn them into a species that you couldn't even see being space bearing and being intelligent enough to make a spaceship. Like, dude, that's another video I need to make, but I'll tell you guys right now. Do you want to know how to destroy, like, the entire Star Trek Discovery show? Like, the whole show was pointless. All they would have had to do was tap into the goddamn environmental controls on the Klingon ship and increase the oxygen. Because if anybody knows about all the open fires that these assholes have on their bridge, just turn up the oxygen. I mean, they're probably so dumb their environmental controls aren't even, like, on a secure system or something. I'm speechless. CBS, no access. And you like the man with the X-ray eyes? I don't think I've seen that one. I don't know if I've seen that. I've seen a lot of B movies. There's just so many. Like, I've got a whole shelf of, like, the juvenile delinquent, don't do drugs, don't have sex, don't drive fast cars. I have a whole section of that back there. This whole shelf is all that section. And then I've got, like, all the 50 movie public domain packs and brilliant. I love your thinking. Well, thank you. I didn't know you had so much hair. I have a lot of hair, and it's going to get fixed tomorrow. It is going to get fixed tomorrow. It is down to my ass. It's going to get fixed and dyed tomorrow, so I have my dye ready. But today was the wash day. Today was the deep wash. Tomorrow's the good dye day. You need to do it the day after you wash it. I recommend the man with the X-ray eyes. Yeah, like, pretty much any of those are good. I like a lot of those type of movies. They should just have teleport. They should just have teleported an A-bomb onto the ship. Yeah, and sayonara Klingorks. I mean, how did they beam on a cloaked ship? Yeah, it is. Am I blushing, or is it like 500 degrees? It's probably 500 degrees. Is actually here? I don't know. I haven't seen him since the super chat. Which, thank you so much again for the super chat if you are still here. but he was here a while ago. Yeah. Man, talk to me about B movies all day. I can talk about B movies all day. Those are things. Like, I grew up in the 90s. Like, when I was, like, really young, like 88 to like 92. I would watch nothing but USA Up All Night. I watched so much TV as a kid. I think that's why I don't watch now. Pretty sure she's East Coast. Could be wrong, like Wyoming or Wisconsin. I am in the Central Time Zone. I don't have a Wisconsin accent, I've been told. It's all the love that makes you blush. Is Police Academy a B movie? No. Police Academy were mainstream films. I think maybe the sequels might have been in the B movie territory. I have a love of Police Academy that I am not embarrassed by. I think Steve Guttenberg is a national treasure. I think I prefer the Lavalantula movies to the Sharknado movies because they have all Police Academy people in them. And Sharknado movies have just, like, every freaking celebrity that I've never heard of. The Sharknado movie last year had Anthony fucking Weiner in it. Like, I don't need to see that. I've already seen more of him than I want to see. Rhonda Shear. Funny that you mentioned that. Rhonda Shear, I subscribed to her on YouTube. I surpassed her number of subscribers last year, and that was one of my proudest moments. But yeah, her and Gilbert Gottfried, USA Up All Night. I watched that constantly, so I know I probably know most of the B movies from back then. Random in Sweden is 23:43. That's pretty late. Hopefully, I'm not keeping you up too long. But thank you for being here. Hey, Sharknado had Tarzan. Oh, Sharknado are fun. I like the Sharknado movies. They're fun. They're stupid, but they're fun. I love them. As a straight white male, I'm not into Wiener. See, and that's perfectly okay. Not everybody, and that's that's kind of one of my points today, is that, like, we can not like things. It is okay to not like things. Oh my god, I get so tired of people like, well, why are you so negative? Why don't you like this? I don't like it. I'm sorry. It's not a personal attack if I don't like something. It's not anything that, like, I can change or help. I mean, I'm in the sleepy time. Sleepy time, like the Cream song. Oh. Now I can talk Cream songs all day. Man, I've been listening to, like, late at night, I'll just get on YouTube or something, or I'll read through my Twitter, or read through whatever, and I will just play music late at night. And, like last night, I was just cranking through Monster Magnet and the Incredible String Band and all these bands that I found I really love the trippy LSD sort of high as a kite music. Anything with a sitar, I've always had a love for that, but... You work as a librarian, that would be hot. I don't know that much about books, I think. I mean, I have such weird taste in books. God, my most recent book that I've been reading, and don't judge me on this, but I absolutely love it, because before I go into my book rant, one of my favorite film genres is the sort of Dario Argento girl in a school in another country, in like a boarding school, to study something. She's in a boarding school, or she's at a dance academy, or so basically the trifecta of, like, opera, phenomena, and Suspiria are kind of like my genre. So I found a book series that has some similar things. Now they are technically young adult books, but this is the newest installment. I absolutely love this because it does have a lot of that girl away in a boarding school and evil things happen sort of mentality. I absolutely love this book series. This is the fourth one. This author's also written a couple other books under another name. Absolutely love these, though. So this is my favorite. Phenomena. It was Creepers in America. It got released as Phenomena. You heard the rumor about Picard's Star Trek spinoff. I'm excited and anxious. I have heard of it. I have heard that rumor. I'm scared. I'm scared that it's going to be another Alex Kurtzman Star Trek. I don't think he's a good writer. I don't think he's qualified. I think he has pictures of some exec, and that's how he gets jobs. Is it the next chapter of Twilight? It is nothing like Twilight. There is not that kind of romance element. It is not the whole purpose of it. There's demon possession. There's Satan-y things. There's a good question of, in one of the Merciless books, there's a really good question of, are the religious people trying to save somebody the bad guys, or is the girls that might or might not be possessed the bad guys? And I love that type of thing. I love that debate of, well, who's actually the bad guy? Who's the monster? So I love that. Read them if you can handle the embarrassment of being in the young adult book section. The Merciless series are really fun reads. Alex Kurtzman and Akiva Goldsman are attached to the Picard project. That's why I'm scared. All good must-have Satan-y things. Absolutely. Do I like Argento movies? They're my favorites. I absolutely, hands down, love Argento movies. He's probably my favorite of the Italian horror. Absolutely love the Argento movies. Yeah, so Suspiria, Phenomena, opera, or like kind of that sort of era of it kind of speaks to me under the skin, I guess is the best way to put it. When you have these spooky atmospheres of these faraway countries and a girl by herself in this really strange surrounding, and you have all these crazy things happening. And I love pretty much any movie that has that sort of atmosphere. I did see the new Suspiria trailer. It looked kind of cool. It didn't look too bad. I hate remakes, but the trailer for the new Suspiria looks interesting. It doesn't have the song. I dinged it quite heavily because it did not have the song. I'm like, well, you gotta have the song from Suspiria. Why don't you have the song from Suspiria? But, you know, if I can just play the song in my head while I watch it, I think it'll be fine. I'm a Dresden Files fan. I love Jim Butcher's work. Awesome. Becoming an urban fantasy fan. See that? Then that's cool. Mary Sue from Starfleet Academy will seek out a missing Picard. When she finds him, she'll offer him his old phaser. And then he'll throw it over his shoulder and drink the milk from from a sea creature that shouldn't have breasts, but you know. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff to talk about on these streams. I like these streams. These are fun. Have you seen Demons and Demos 2? I have not. I need to. Or Demons 2. No. I have not. I need to. Any of those sort of... What was one I watched as a kid? Satan's Cheerleaders was one I watched as, like, when I was probably 12. I like those type of movies. I mean, I'm gonna have to watch those. There's so many good movies. You guys come up with, like, all these good ones. Like, definitely, if I don't remember, remind me on those. I like a lot of those type of movies. I wasn't going to stream too long. What you say we wrap up in, like, 10 minutes, right? I didn't want to stream too long today. I've got some stuff to get done before the whole Doomcock thing tonight. So if anybody who is a patron of Doomcocks, that's where I'm going to be tonight. And then, of course, he's immediately on the High Council. And, of course, I'll be hanging out in the chat there with you guys for that. Speaking of B-rated, Terror of the Trailer Park was pretty good. I need to see that. I've heard of that one. There's a lot of, like... somebody I know in real life suggests Deathbed, the bed that eats people. Like, that one seems very much up my alley as well. Yeah, the High Council. What time is Doomcock on in Eastern Time? Well, it's 9 here for the High Council, so 10 Eastern, I think. It's going to be immediately after the Power Hour on Patreon Discord. Oh, also, should I set up a Patreon for myself? That's another question while we have people watching. Should I set up a Patreon for myself? And what type of rewards do you guys want? Because, I mean, like, the live chats and the Q&As are really fun. Do you guys want, like, hangouts? Do you guys want... Watch Tucker and Dale versus... Yes, the Tucker and Dale. Absolutely. That is on my list of stuff I really want to watch. Yes, yes, yes. I have heard about that. I somehow want a polysthetic horror movie. Something where God is the bad guy, Satan is a scapegoat. Jesus is an SJW man baby, and Odin saves us all by possessing a war hero. You know? We can make those movies. Like, we have... People with iPhones can make movies. You can edit. You can do... Like, you can get editing software for free. You know? Just get a good camera. We could just make these. I think so. Get a Patreon. I've got it, like, kind of set up. I just need to put the work in and put, like, some tiers down, and I need to put, because I know not a lot of people want to use super chats, and I know not a lot of people want to, like, do any of that stuff, and I know that sometimes people are just, you know, it's so much easier for me to do this, and I hate being one of those beggy channels. I really do. But, well, if it's on, I have to sleep. It is what it is. Yeah, and that's the good thing about the High Council streams. You can watch them later. I like how Overlord DVD set up his Patreon. I suggest checking it out. I'm a patron. I'm a patron. I'm a legionnaire. I can't afford it, but I am. So you got the thing. I got my card. I got my legionnaire card. I got my certificate. I'm there. I can't afford it, but I'm there. I'm already there. Absolutely. See, Jack Brooks Monster Slayer. I need to see all those. And you should go to Patreon. No, you're not Captain April. I love that guy. But you own your own money. Yeah, I think I'll set it. I will. I'm here to offer sheep. What are sheep? Why do I want sheep? I don't have anywhere to put sheep. They would poop all over the place and get everywhere and and attack the cats. But hello Lithium KD over on Twitch. Do I want your livestock? I don't know what I would do with them. God as bad as the Antichrist is really good, and trying to save humanity and blah blah blah. What are you gagging for? Why are you gagging? Choose a color. Red. That's what my hair is gonna be tomorrow. Red's a good color. Somebody's asking over on Twitch. We are streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so if you guys don't know what I'm answering, it's one or the other. Just Just make sure they are stump broken. Old joke. No, I'm not explaining that weirdness. Is Doomcock available? Your reactions are priceless. I don't think so. Let me see. He was online earlier, but What reactions? To what? What are you talking about? Sheep? Okay, I shall dye a sheep red and deliver it to you. Hopefully it'll fit in a P.O. box. I don't even have a P.O. box yet. But I don't know what I would do with a sheep. It's like the old Carl Pilkington bit where, you know, like no one asked a sheep if he wants to leave. No, it was a goat. Right over my head. What do you mean right over my head? What are you talking about? He looks like a combination of Dr. Doom and Spectre Ann. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't know comic books. That's the thing. I don't know. I haven't read a comic book since the Tales from the Crypt days with EC Horror and Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, Haunt of Fear. I loved those. Those were my favorites. And I did read a lot of Archie as a kid, so I have a morbid curiosity about Riverdale. And I know people are giving Jeremy on Geeks and Gamers shit for watching Riverdale. It's like I kind of have a curiosity about that. I read Archie comics when I was a kid. I collected all the 60s ones. We'll need to find some arrangements for it because I'm already wrapping it up and it's starting to smell. Don't wrap up a sheep. He needs to breathe. Poor thing. Don't wrap up a sheep. No, I give Jeremy shit for wanting to save The Force Awakens. Yeah. Oh, man. Spectre Man wasn't he wasn't a comic book? Spectre Man. Spectre Man was like a not an anime, so like a Japanese like a Ultraman, right? He was like Ultraman, and he was like Jaguar, those type of guys. That's what. My ears red probably. It's like super hot in here. Should Archie Andrews pick Betty or Veronica? I think Betty and Veronica should say to hell with Archie and just run off and do their own thing. But I'm kind of partial to that. I don't like it when men fight over two women. You know, or maybe they should just have a polyamorous thing where they all are in love with each other. Maybe that would work. But tell him he must be saved by spending time in the EU. Spectre Man was the first. Should we stop talking about Doomcock? If you know, hey, if you guys are here because of him, then I owe him so much thanks for that, because he's been an amazing influence on my channel, and he's really cool. I'll open up the keg and let's all drink. You know, that might be a tonight thing. I might need a shot or two. Feed it once a day. If it moves, ignore. If it moves, ignore. If laying down and smelling. Aww. If you stop breathing, you should have put it in a damn box. Don't kill this sheep. Well, at least you can eat it now for food. Spectre Man. I'll take Spectre over that guy any day. Spectre is dark shit. I haven't seen that. Yeah. So this has been really fun. I think I need a couple of hours to like decompress. No drinking for tonight. Work tomorrow. Oh, if you guys work tomorrow, I'm sorry. Like tomorrow here in America, we got the holiday. I think people should have the day after 4th of July off instead of 4th of July itself, because you don't really do anything until 9 o'clock at night anyway on 4th of July, in my opinion. Greetings from Sweden. Well, hello, King Eric from Sweden. Welcome. We're I think we're winding down for the day. DC or Marvel? DC or Marvel? Wow. I grew up with DC. I mean, Batman, Wonder Woman. I must say DC, but the Marvel movies are so much better. Ugh, it's a toss. Marvel movies are better, but DC has cooler characters, in my opinion. We won today's match. Well, congrats. What match? Is that World Cup stuff? I know nothing of World Cup stuff, so congrats, Sweden. If you won. I feel like you're ignoring me. Hello, Roz Animates. I'm sorry. Did I miss a couple of comments? I'm so sorry if I did. The chat's scrolling by a lot quicker than it normally does. And we've got chat on both windows too, so. Yes, World Cup. Awesome. But yeah, I hate ending a stream when we have people here, but I think it's probably a good time. It'll give me a couple hours to get some dinner, get some stuff taken care of, answer some comments on the video today. I did release a video today. If you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. It's more of my crazy people ranting. But it was an important one. It's one that I've been holding in for like 20 years. So I did finally get that one out of my system. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'll try and do more of these, maybe like 2 or 3 times a week. I don't want to do them every day, but I think a couple times a week are good. Maybe Fridays are good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you guys on the next stream or video. Watch my video from today. Bye!